Hello YouTube, today we have a special laptop because I've never seen one of those before. It's called PC Specialist LTD. PC Specialist LTD. Really hard to read. Right here is the right here are the lettering that's built into the casing. So probably gm5idw, made by Tong, Fang, Hong Kong Limited. All right. The client brought it, I guess, to Best Buy or some other place, and they told him it's the jack replacement that needs to be done. So let's take it apart and take a look. What does the PC Specialist do? Out of United Kingdom is this PC Specialist. But the laptop should be made in China. Yeah. The connector is right there, just around the center pin, so I assume shouldn't be a problem in replacing one of those. So let's unscrew everything. Really tiny screws, kind of not used to those, but I mean, to each his own. Laptop doesn't seem to be used very much because looks like in ideal condition. So why did everything break down? Oh, I see why. Hold on. Yeah, usually this plug right here is extremely tight for the connectors. Can probably even check right now and see. I just had seen something similar. Well, this one is already worn out, right? But usually those type of plugs, the plugs that don't have the springs inside, usually there are two springs, but here is the solid inside barrel. So sometimes that plastic is a bit too tight for this connector, and obviously the connector is made by one company, the connector inside is made by another. They're not perfectly matched even though the size is the same, and it goes in and out really tight. All right. Yeah, and this video is just a guide on how to take it apart and how to replace the connector. If you decide you want us to work on it, send it over. The prices are right there, and depends on inflation in the future. I have some videos like from 10 years ago when people say, you know what, the price was different here. I mean, it was 10 years ago, guys. Seriously. Eggs are like 10 times more expensive now than they used to be. Yes. All that. Could be screws underneath those two pieces. Not here though. It already opens up quite enough. There is one screw right there. Alrighty. Easily. easy taken apart. All right. Let's see. Well, that connector I got in stock, so that's fine. If you're looking for the connector for the system, you can buy it from me, the website, by the way. It seems like this fan doesn't work because this one is dirty and this one is clean. Well, not so clean. All right, so that one does work. Let's disconnect the battery carefully. Carefully. Now, once I find the compatible screw, driver. We need to disconnect the battery altogether, remove the battery because there are wires right there. All right, so like that. Like that. And like that. Good job. Good. But something's holding it down someplace. Okay. So what's holding it down is this cable right here, stuck to the bottom of the battery. Okay. Got some glue to the battery on the bottom. All right. This video made in 4K, so if you just zoom in on your mobile device, you should be able to see everything I unscrew and disconnect. All right, looks good. All right. I'm not sure if I should remove the keyboard first, and if it's even removable, because there are screws on the bottom here that secure the keyboard, I assume. Okay, looks good to me. Those screws needs to be undone as well, and that one screw right there, you see, right there. All right, so let's unplug this guy. Yeah, like that. I like the way how this hole looks. It's kind of not just a hole, but like slightly ovally shaped, because it basically adjusts to how the motherboard sits on the in the casing. All right. Right. Okay. Okay, one more right here. Okay. This here. This cable right here needs to come out. All right. Good job. I'm not sure if this is part of the board or it's part of the casing, so kind of hard to say right now. Could be a screw under one of the memory chips. No, there is no screws under one of the memory chips. Okay. Okay, so we got the CMOS battery here. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. Looks good to me. Oh, this piece seems to be melted a bit. All right, let's set this guy aside. What I want to do is, somebody was probably recently removing the heatsink already, because I can see a fresh heatsink compound. The reason I'm removing it, because the soldering station can be all in silicone and this caulk, and it's gonna be hard to clean it in my later on. So yeah, you see, like, this is definitely not factory. Okay. All right. Okay, so it seems to me here is this pin in the back. Yeah. Okay. What I'm gonna do here. All right, there's the problem. I just removed one piece instead of the whole thing, because, oh shoot, wow, look at that right there. That's not good. Let's see. Yeah, we have a meltdown right here. You see this burn mark right there, this thing. So I'll need to address that, and hopefully it's not penetrated through the motherboard. But that's the main problem right here. You see how it's not soldered the way it should be? I mean, it was soldered properly, it just seems like the trace came out because the people used to wiggle it back and forth, up and down. So that's the problem. Two problems. One is I need to see what I can do here. Another is to replace this connector here. Let's take a look. Okay, no, so we don't have a shortage yet. We don't have a shortage yet, so that's a good thing. Oh, here we do have a shortage. Okay, so we do have a shortage here. We don't have a shortage right there. And the reason it burned out and probably doesn't short like that, it's not gonna short, right? No. So the burning portion is basically where, basically I need to remove this thing. All right. All right, let me get to work. All right. All right, so the goal is to remove this burn capacitor right here from the motherboard, clean this thing up, then cover everything up and remove, you know what, how about I'm just gonna cover everything up right now, remove this piece, yeah, remove this piece, and then at the same time I'm gonna remove that one because just time saving. This is just a temporary so that none of the components nearby gonna get melted, or this thing sometimes gets melted away. Okay. Good job. What's that here? I need to put another piece on top. Right. All right, so let me remove the connector first, and then we're gonna remove that capacitor. Maybe I can even solder the new connector in. So, all right. So what I'm gonna do here is add some flux. All right, and then we're gonna add some solder to the equation. All right. It seems like the board takes a lot of heat. It can tolerate a lot of heat, it seems like. So let's boost up the hot air. Oh, wait. What's going on? Oh, yeah, no, everything's fine. I was looking at a different monitor. Come on. Probably the solder on the other side is holding it together. Probably this solder right here. And this solder right there. Okay. And this solder right there. All right, let's flip this guy over. Okay, good job. Now we reduce the heat. We add some more solder. All right. That thing is cracked right there, seems like. Yeah, there is a crack in the motherboard from the jack going upwards or downwards, depends on how you look at it. So I still want to preserve that crack and not damage the board anymore. Okay, so it seems like it doesn't want to clean out the holes altogether. Let's see. So I'm desoldering all the solder from the Alright, this piece probably gonna get broken off right here. Right. This needed to be covered as well. But let's see if we can just work with what we got. Need to refocus this camera because it seems like you can't see much. Alright, I hope that's better. Let's Up? No. Okay, let's add some more heat because this thing doesn't wanna bulge. Oof. Wow. The board dissipates the heat like crazy. Nothing gets soldered to it. I mean, wow. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen a board that just dissipates the heat so much. Let's try one more time. Okay. Let's flip this guy over. Or maybe it's because there's a huge blob on this side. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this wasn't an easy repair. Well, it's not done yet because we still have another capacitor to worry about. Come on. Come on. All right, almost there. Good job. This thing is like that. Excellent. All right, so that's the way how everything should look like. I hope the component underneath right here didn't move. Right here. This guy. All right, let me go get a brand new jack. Good job. Excellent. All right, so this is the old connector right here. I just put a new one in there. I want to put some pressure underneath it. No, there's no pressure still. Let's put more. Yeah, so that's a pressure. Put some flux on top. My soldering iron is already cold because I was downstairs looking for the connector. All right, so iron is nice and hot. That. Like that. Edge up. Like that. Now like that. Good job. Okay. Looks good. But I think we need to add a lot more flags. Because this board just takes heat away like crazy. Once we add some flux, we're gonna add some air. I don't want to melt the new connector, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit. We're gonna be doing this right here. Basically, I want the solder to penetrate as far into the motherboard as possible. Oops. Hold on 1 second. I don't want to lose the connector. Okay, good job. Good job. Good job. Good. Good. Okay. Excellent. Here we go right here. Doesn't wanna, I mean, the board is like extremely dissipates the heat like crazy. Like there is nothing that can be soldered here, right? Now let me take a look at the rear of the pin. Let me show you what I'm looking at. All right, so you see right there, the solder did not penetrate all the way through. You know what? Let me just remove all of this sparkling stuff. All right, so all the sparkling stuff removed, so now we can better see less reflections. Here like that. Here like that. Let's put some flux, as you can see right there in the back. The solder isn't just, nothing is really soldered on the top. I mean, it's gonna work the way it is, but I need it to be a solid connection because I've been in business for such a long time. I don't want to think that I have done something half-assed. So let's see. All right. Excellent. Now let's do the other side right here. This is the ground. The ground just not gonna suck anything in because it's ground. It's like the entire board needs to be heated. All right, but I just gonna do little by little. Come on. The other piece is just support. It's not ground. But I mean, it's also connected to the ground, but it just support. It doesn't, once the plug is plugged in, it doesn't really do much. So now here, in this situation, I'm gonna add a little bit of hot air. for this whole thing to flow better. Flows. Yeah, flows. Excellent. Let's do the support leg 2 as well. Excellent. Good job. All right, so that's how you replace the connector. Now let's work on the burned out part. Right there is the capacitor. That's burnt out right here. And hopefully it's not burnt all the way. You see how it burned right here? If it wouldn't be burned, it wouldn't even power up. So what we need to do, we need to desolder it from the other side. Let's add like that. And let's disconnect it from the motherboard. Now this iron is not for desoldering, but it removes the capacitor just fine. Let's coat up this guy. And we just don't want to touch this thing. Let's clean this thing up. One capacitor is more than enough, I think. Let's see if they are joint capacitors. They should be in theory. All right, so all this stuff right there. You know what? Yeah, this is the brush to use. I got different brushes here for different applications. Just don't want to mix those up. Yeah, so we could have 3 capacitors here for all we know. But this should be fine. Let me just double check that this is still flowing. Well, hopefully it's not penetrating through the motherboard, because if it is, it's always ground, and I'm not sure if this is ground or that's ground. So hopefully this is gonna be all right. I will measure it in a second. Let me clean it up completely. I mean, good idea would probably be putting this capacitor on this leg right here. Same thing pretty much. All right, okay. Alrighty. That's the brush. Brush is right here. Okay, some of it is glue, some of it is flux. I use the no clean flux. Not as good as the flux that you have to clean off, but for cleaning purposes, it's much easier to deal with. I mean, the flux that you have to clean is really pain to remove from the board. All right, let's see. Beautiful. You see how beautiful everything is? I just want to inspect those legs right here, if they're shorted or not. No, they're fine. The legs at the end right there. Right here. See those guys? All right, so now I have to clean everything up and air dry everything and see how things are. So let's power up the dryer. I don't like the way. Oh wait, that's the foil. Hold on, let me remove the foil. I was thinking that I did a crappy job on the soldering here, but it's just a foil that got soldered to the to the, still not as beautiful as I want it to be, but it's okay. It's all right. Good job. All right, and the dryer died because I need to charge it often. Not happy. All right, I'm not sure if that white is right here. Is this white a paint or this is a pad like that? Because if it's paint, that's fine. But if it's a pad, I'm not happy the way it looks. I think it's paint. I should have looked better. You know what? Let's add some flux. All right, so let's add some flux. And again, the soldering iron. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna bring in hot air, and I will work with the soldering iron. And I hope this whole thing already soldered perfectly fine. I just wanna double check. All right. All right, so now it looks perfect. Let's see on the other side. The other side looks perfect as well. Again, the support lag is no big deal because it's no big deal. You see, that's the problem. What happens to those connectors? You can't solder this board by machine. You have to use soldering iron to, because there's just not enough heat to solder this piece in place. Okay, like that. See, this is good right there. Right there, right? Good job. Excellent. You see? Yeah, I mean, the machine not gonna do something like that. The board just dissipates the heat like crazy. Let me just do one last touch up right there for the support lag, because so that the connector maybe would just sit better in the casing. Yeah, like that, and like that. Yeah. Hard to see if this is what I wanted. Let's bring in hot air one more time. Good. Play with the brightness. I want to see Not exactly what I wanted, but better than 99.999% of anything else that anybody else would be able to do here. And I bridged this thing together so that not only connection will be here, but also right there. Because this is really powerful power supply, so there's a lot of wattage going through, so if it goes through this area, it's much better than if it just goes through a tiny area. And the positive is right here, which is fine. So again, clean it up and put it all back together. All right. Yeah, that was a painful process. All right, let's remove all of the remaining thermofoil. Okay, good job. Let's use the Kintac wipes to absorb whatever remaining possible, mostly glue left over. All right. I hope they did the right thing right here. Yeah. No. Is that how it's supposed to be? A foil on top of the traces? Crap. And what's that? What's that hole right there? No, no, no. They shorted the board. Whoever took it apart before probably shorted the board. Because this thing's supposed to be between the heatsink and the crap. No. And this thing's supposed to be like on top covering the heatsink. Shoot. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's remove an extra foil right here. So I think I just wasted a whole bunch of my time fixing a board that's already shorted, because if you try to play with the board where the foil is on top, maybe it's shorted because maybe it's shorted because people who took it apart before couldn't assemble it properly back together. All right. Here, let me just double check that the connection is there. And let's see. Yep. Yep. Okay, the connection is good. Connection is good. Now let's put this back into the action, like that, like that, like that. Good job, good job. I wonder if this was coming from this end. Yeah, probably it was. Okay. This thing was right here. Okay. That thing right there. I hope they didn't try to power it up when the foil was down. Unbelievable. You're working, and all of a sudden people do stuff like that. I mean, you don't do this. You don't do this. Okay. It seems like something's aligned. This thing seems to be up in the air for some reason. Shouldn't be up in the air. It should be like sitting, but it's up in the air for some reason. Not sure why. Strange. Well, just a design issue. Alrighty. Let's connect this. Let's connect that. So yeah, this is really important video for those who take it apart, because when you assemble it back together, make sure you're gonna put it back properly. Alright. If you're not gonna put it back properly, everything's gonna short. And that means if you're sending us just the motherboard, make sure you're gonna put it back properly. I remember I had some cases where client would get it back and stuff would just fry, and they would be like, wow. You know, well, obviously would refund the money, no big deal, but when you start to look at what was the problem, they basically put the foil on top of the components right there, and everything fries, obviously. Okay. Let's put this screw right here. All right, so we got yellow pad stuck to this thing, so we need to take it off. Put it back right here. Put it back right there. Okay. And we got another yellow pad on the other side. And that yellow pad gonna have some stuff remaining here. Let's put this here. Okay. That looks good. And that looks good. And we have I'm just checking to make sure that we got every single pad. And somebody can read my site where it says text test. Yeah, looks good. All the pad looks good. Let me connect this guy here. Okay. I think the pads here are, this one goes right there. This one, okay, so this one goes here, this one there, this one doesn't go anywhere because it's just a wasted space. So you know what, hold on one second. Since this one not going anywhere, let's remove this guy. Okay. All right. Now let's transfer this guy, which doesn't do anything anyway, up to here. All right. The paddings are important because they cool down the components. You know what, I can probably even do two. We can put this guy like that. Like that. You know what, I'm afraid I'm just gonna overdo the whole thing. Okay. Let's do this. That guy gonna go right there. Obviously, right? We got this one there, that one, that one, that one. All right, and everything else seems to be correct. right? Correct. We got some go figure what right here. You know what, let me transfer these guys. Let me transfer it here, just to make sure that it's gonna be cooling everything down properly. Okay. I'm not that sure about those silicone pads. Like, I never seen, I mean, I've seen it before, but not to an extent so much that they just put so much stuff on it, alright? Let me see, maybe I can just remove this garbage here and put this guy right here, yep. Okay, good job. So, good thing that we have more. Now, those pads are different length, obviously, but I wanted it to cover everything properly. See if we can cover this guy right here. Okay, excellent, 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 beautiful. Okay, all right. So here we wanna set this guy like that, and we got this guy here like that. Oh yeah, I see. Okay, like that, like that. Okay, beautiful. Now let's put some thermal paste on. I hope they didn't mess things up by putting by shortening this thing. Okay. Again, those two things are not going on top of the motherboard, all right? Just don't complain if you mess it up in the future. All right, so like that. This thing's supposed to be guided through in between, like that. This one is on top. Now we're lowering it down. Lowering it down. Yeah, beautiful. Like that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Amazing, amazing. Now let's put this guy right here. Number one goes right here. Okay. Bring. I don't remember. Those used to be the silver ones, I believe. Yeah, silver. Silver. Now this is right here, right there. Okay. Okay. Right there. Right there. And right here. Now this thing, I think I just want to remove it because I think it's already screwed everything up. So what I want to do is I just want to remove this. Unbelievable how one little step could mess things up. This is fine, okay? Just don't want this thing to short anything on the motherboard. Because you see there is a hole here that might conduct the electricity. If we're gonna, so this is let me just cut this guy out. Good job. Okay. Okay, beautiful. Okay. I think this is a black screw. I think this is another black screw. Another black screw right here. The black screw right there. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Has to be a screw right here. And there is another one right there. Okay. Okay, so black goes to main and the gray goes to auxiliary. Like that. How long is the video already? Are we recording or are we not recording? Hold on. Wow, an hour long video. For some reason I don't see controls on the bottom. Strange. Alright. Alrighty. Good job. Good job. I just pulled this mess right here. How this whole thing right to this mess? Okay, it seems like whoever took it apart before didn't wire the wiring for the speakers the way it should be. The speakers should be hiding underneath there. Underneath right. Yeah. Yeah, let's remove this guy too. Okay. And the speaker wires go right underneath, right there, and right here. Strange that there's a real-time clock here and another real-time clock right there. Two batteries. Okay. Okay. Good job. Good job. Excellent. Excellent. Let's see. I do like my Spanish skills. Well, let me take a look right here. Beautiful. Beautiful here. Good job. Good job. Let me take a look what we got on this side here. So we got one screw going in right there. So this silver screw going in right here. Another silver screw going in right there. Okay. It has to go right there. This is here. Alright, so another screw going in right here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just want to make sure that... Wait, how come this guy is right here? Wrong screw going in. Nope. Going in right here. Okay. 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 Just finger tight, you know, nothing excessive. One screw going in right here. Right. And I should have one more screw, but it's probably they forgot to include it someplace. Oh, yeah. Technically, there should be one more screw right there, I think. Yeah. Let me go find the compatible screw for the battery. I don't want it to wobble. Alright, so here. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Let's connect this guy. Connect the battery to the motherboard. Okay, let's put the back cover on top of the laptop. Those two guys could be like that. Okay. Okay, beautiful. Positioned beautifully. Let's take a look at the hole. And the hole does not align with the casing, unfortunately. You see, right there. That does happen sometimes. It seems like it's because that board is hanging up in the air. So I have to modify the casing a bit to... And this connector sits slightly lower. It's because the board is bent slightly because there is a crack on the board on the right side. So that's the reason why the connector doesn't align perfectly. And this connector probably sits a millimeter deeper so that there won't be any issues like the ones that happened to the laptop initially. So because it's up in the air, I need to modify the casing a bit. And you see there's a burn mark right here. Like, take a look at this. Okay, so, and by the way, this is all ground right here. You see, it's all conducting. You see? You see? This is just like, You don't want the casing to conduct the electricity when you're building something, because it's gonna short everything on the motherboard eventually. Okay. I don't wanna go with that. Let's take a look if we can just do this guys here. Come on. Nope. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice and straight. Okay, wonderful. We don't want any plastic lying around because it's unpainted here. Because it's unpainted, it offers a problem. Okay. Okay, just wanna make the hole slightly bigger so that there won't be any leverage up and down on the connector. Okay, beautiful. Let's beautiful. 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 All right, and I truly hope this thing gonna power up, because again, just because people put it back together incorrectly. Well, again, not sure if they did put it back incorrectly, but I think they did. But I want to just double check and see if it's. I will check the video and see. Scroll back if when I was taking the heatsink off, was I the sticker was packing it. I'm not gonna remove the sticker right now because it's hard to understand the paper. This wasn't my ideal, and you see like this thing is kind of burnt on the inside. So I need to shave off some of the burning so it would be nice and straight. Second, forget. See if the hole aligns. Yeah, right there we got the hole. And here we got the plug that hopefully not gonna damage the. You see how tight it is going in? That's the problem. Again, those barrels are not made for. You see, it's extremely tight, and that's the reason why it was broken in the first place. The whole connection is super tight. It fits, but it's super tight. All right. Now let's hope this thing gonna power up. I don't see any lights indicating that anything's charging anywhere. So hard to say. Yeah, I mean, we got the power light right there. We got another light right there. And nothing on the screen yet. Come on. Did I waste my morning, Saturday morning? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, please. Please, 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 please. All right, right there, we got an image. Right there, good job. Please leave a like, subscribe. But I mean, those are the only videos I make. I've been different laptops, make a model. We got the light right there showing that it charges right there. Let's see maybe the power supply is not good. Strange, it says 11.8 amps. Oh, look at that right here. That might be a problem. It says okay, so my understanding, we have a problem with the cable right here as well. So not sure if it's the cable here, cable there. Let's power it up again. See. Wait, anyways, the video is already an hour, 15 minutes. You got the point. Basically, the thing works. The adapter might be an issue, something else might be an issue, but I will try to see what's gonna be happening here in a few. All right. Thank you guys, and you guys take care and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.